Now, you can type your names in the chat box for attendance. Okay, Steph, can you submit your, just mark your assignment for the persuasive speech. Oh, we lost her. Okay. There you are. Steph, can you mark your assignment done sa Google Classroom? Just so I can give you your grade. But okay. And you need to fill in the form pa. Have you done that, Steph? Para I can see your outline and how many times you practiced and what your desired response is. I'll tell you a funny story later. Well, it's funny to me. It's still funny to me whenever I think about it. Remind me. But let's have Jonalyn first. Is your connection much better today, Jonalyn?
Okay, naririnig pa ako?
Yes, and there are no breaks. Let's pray that that will continue, ano? Let me just pull up your assignment so I can. Where is it? Right there. Okay. Okay, you may start.
Kamakailan lamang uminit ang isyu tungkol sa naging desisyon ng Korte Suprema at Commission on Higher Education tungkol sa pagtatanggal ng asignaturang Filipino sa mataas na antas ng edukasyon o kolehiyo. Dahil dito, maraming tao katulad ng Tanggol Wika at iba't ibang universidad ang umapila sa kanila at nagnanais na panatilihin ito. Ngunit bakit nga ba hindi dapat tanggalin ang asignaturang Filipino sa kolehiyo? Ano ang mga bagay na maaapektuhan nito? Unang dahilan kung bakit hindi dapat tanggalin ang asignaturang Filipino sa kolehiyo ay dahil nanganganib na bumaba ang kalidad ng pambansang wika. Dahil ito ay bata pa at hindi pa entekwalisado o nagagamit sa iba't ibang larangan. Tayo rin maging sa ating sarili ay nalilito pa sa paggamit ng mga wikang Filipino. Hindi natin alam kung ano ang pagkakaiba ng nang sa nang, ng rito sa dito. At paano tayo magiging bihasa o magaling sa wikang iyon kung tatanggalin natin ito? Isipin natin kung ano ang malaking tulong ng asignaturang Filipino sa kolehiyo. Isa pa sa mga tao na maaapektuhan ng naging desisyon ng Korte Suprema at Commission on Higher Education ay ang mga guro. Isipin natin na sila ay nagpakadalubhasang mag-aral sa kursong iyon at dahil sa naging desisyon ng Korte Suprema ay mawawalan sila ng trabaho. Isa sa dapat nating isipin ay yung kapakanan ng iba. Ang mga guro ay may mga pamilya, may mga tinutulungan, mga anak na kailangang mag-provide, kailangan nilang tugunan ang mga pangangailangan sa bahay at mawawalan sila ng trabaho dahil sa naging desisyon lamang ng Korte Suprema. Pangalawang dahilan kung bakit hindi dapat tanggalin ang asignaturang Filipino ay dahil ito ay pagkakakilanlan ng ating bansa. Isipin natin yung mga taong naghirap para magkaroon tayo ng sariling wika. Noong 1936, itinagubili ni Pangulong Manuel L. Quezon ang paglikha ng isang surian ng wikang pambansa na may layuning magpaunlad at makapagpatibay ng isang wikang panlahat. Ang tungkulin natin ay payabungin ang ating kakayahan sa paggamit nito. Napakahalaga ng wika at kung tatanggalin natin ang asignaturang Filipino ay para na rin nating ibinasura ang kontribusyon ng mga tao upang mabuo lamang ang wikang Filipino. Bilang isang mamamayang Filipino, huwag dapat tayong sumang-ayon na patanggalin ito. Patanggalin ang asignaturang Filipino sa kolehiyo dahil ito ay kailangan natin. Ito ay identidad natin at ito ay nakakatulong hindi lamang sa paglago sa ating pananalita, kundi sa mga guro, sa mga estudyante na lumawak ang kanilang kaalaman sa formal na wika at pananalita. Kundi kailangan nating magpakadalubhasa sa larangan na ito. Yun lang po.
3 minutes, 53 seconds, Jonalyn! You're short by 7 seconds. Ay, ay, ay. A minute. All right. Steph, were you able to submit na your ano?
Sorry, ma'am, hindi pa po ako tapos. Sorry.
Okay. Sige, I'll tell my funny story first. And then hopefully you'll be able to submit it after my funny story. Last week, not this Wednesday, the previous Wednesday, when the congregational singing for our prayer meeting, JLBC Wednesday prayer meeting, was going on. One of the songs was, you know, the song, yes, I'll sing the wondrous story of the Christ who died for me. So normally the lyrics are shown on the screen, diba? But since I kind of already have the chorus memorized, I was singing along, but I wasn't looking at the words on the screen. So, sing it with, yeah. And then when the part that we were singing was gathered by, what is the next phrase? Gathered by the crystal sea, right? I heard myself singing, gathered by the Christmas tree. I don't know why. And then I heard myself and then I laughed at myself. It sounds correct too, right? But of course, it's almost sacrilegious now. Having singing about Christmas trees in a hymn. So I'm sorry for putting that in your head. Please don't don't sing that phrase when that song is sung in church. So, funny story, but of course, it's kind of embarrassing because we shouldn't do that. I did not do that deliberately. But that goes to show if you're really not concentrating on what you're doing, no? You will make mistakes. Okay, Steph, I see your assignment. Okay, ready?
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Ngayon po is I would love to share with you truths about how to save money. So, sa panahon natin ngayon, bakit nga ba ay may mga bagay tayo na dapat natin pag-isipan or makita during this pandemic. Bakit nga ba ang mga tao ay nagpupumilit lumabas kahit na sinasabi ng government natin na bawal lumabas kasi mag-i-spread yung virus sa ating bansa. So, bakit nga ba sila nagpupumilit lumabas? Dahil kulang sila sa financial. Kailangan nila ng financial para ma-provide yung pangangailangan nila financially, especially nung mga March hanggang ngayon. So, isa sa mga reason kung bakit lumalaban yung mga tao sa ating government dahil kulang sa financial yung mga tao. At bakit ano yung nagiging problema kung bakit kulang sa financial ng mga tao dahil walang ipon. Parang hindi sila marunong mag-save ng money kapag sa time na meron silang money. At ano yung mga reason? Number one reason is kakaunti yung kita. Yes, we know na maraming tao ngayon nakakaunti yung kita. Pero bilang mga Pilipino, alam naman natin yung ating sarili na maparaan tayo. So yun. So hindi dahilan yung kaunti yung kita. Number two, malaki ang gastos. Ano ba yung mga dahilan kung bakit nagiging malaki yung gastos ng mga Pilipino? Dahil hindi sila balance. Dahil hindi nagiging balance yung tao sa paggastos. Ginagastos nila yung kanilang pera sa mga walang kwentang bagay, sa mga unnecessary things, katulad ng kain doon, kain dito, pasyal doon. So ganun yung naging nangyari. Pangatlo, walang disiplina. May mga tao na sumusubok mag-ipon, pero kalaunan hindi na mag-iipon. So yun yung nagiging reason. Number 4, baon sa utang. Bakit nababaon sa utang yung mga tao? Dahil ito yung isa sa mga bagay na nakakalungkot na katotohanan dahil kaya hindi nakikipag-ipon ng mga tao. Dahil halos lahat ng kanilang kinikita sa kanilang pagtatrabaho ay binabayad lang nila sa mga utang nila para mapunan yung utang. And the next day, uutang ulit. So, ganun. Number 5, some reason ng mga tao is, bata pa ako. Marami pang panahon yung darating. So, hindi muna ako mag-iipon ngayon. Magpapakasaya muna ako. So, yun yung mga dahilan ng mga tao kung bakit hindi sila nakakapag-ipon ng pera. So, pagdating ng mga emergencies, wala silang pera. So, as being practical person, ano yung mga steps na kailangan mong gawin? So, number 1, record your expenses. So, ito sa mga days na darating, i-record mo yung mga expenses na kailangan mong gawin. So, number 2, budget for savings. Once you record your expenses, syempre, ibukod mo na yung savings mo. Savings mo doon. So, number 3, find ways you can cut your spending. Once na makita mo na na malaki yung gastos mo sa araw na ito, bakit hindi ka mag-isip ng paraan kung paano mo maliles at makakapag-save ka ng money sa araw na ito? At number 4, set your goal. What is your goal? Pag nakapag-ipon ka ng pera, ano yung goal mo? Para saan yung masisave mong money? At number 5, pick the right tools. Ano yung paraan para hindi mo magalaw yung pera mo, para masave mo yung pera mo, save siya for emergency lang. Okay? So, kapag nagawa mo yung mga bagay na ito, what is the benefits na makukuha mo? Ano yung benefits na makukuha mo? Number 1, pagdating na emergencies, katulad ng this pandemic, hindi ka lalaban sa government para lang magkaroon ka ng pera. So, may pera ka every time na magkakaroon ng emergencies, katulad ng emergencies na ganito. Number 2, maiiwasan mo ang utang. Hindi ka mangungutang sa kapitbahay para lang magkaroon kayo ng financial. At number 3, maiiwasan ang stress pagdating sa pera. Hindi ka mai-stress. Maraming tao ngayon nai-stress pagdating sa pera. So, kung may pera ka na naipon, hindi ka ma-stress. Hindi ka ma-stress. Number 4, bibigyan ka nito ng magandang pakiramdam pagdating sa pera. So, hindi ka mag-iisip kung ano kakainin mo kinabukasan, kung ano yung mga bagay na kailangan mong paggastusan para sa emergencies. At sabi nga nila, bilang pagtatapos, yung quotation ng laging mga Pilipino, ano yung quotation ng mga Pilipino? Kapag may isinuksok, may madudukot. So, ganun yung ang kataga ng mga Pilipino natin ngayon. So, totoo naman. So, sa panahon natin ngayon. So, yun lang po. Salamat.
5 minutes, 45 seconds. All right. Okay. So, I've already returned your grades, Jonalyn and Steph. So good job, everybody. Everybody give yourselves a round of applause. Come on, everybody clap for yourselves and your classmates. Good job. You have overcome how many speeches? 6 ba? 6 formal speeches. You were able to go through long speeches like the persuasive speech and the informative speech, short speeches, 30 seconds to 1.5 minute type of speeches, no? And pretty much, like I said before, I give high grades. That's my fault. But most of the time, you did a good job. No, there were some points for improvement. I hope that you've taken a note of that, and I hope that you also have continued writing on your journals. Yeah. At the end of this semester, I will be asking you to take a picture of maybe first 2 pages of your journal, last 2 pages of your journal, and then submit those to me because that's part of our requirement. Yeah. But that also, the journal also, I hope will be a help to you because those will be like reminders for you to follow good examples or to avoid common mistakes. Yeah. So you learn from each other. Regarding this last speech, the persuasive speech, yeah, all of you showed your passion, no? Your belief for what you were saying. Some topics are not that controversial, but you were able to still, at least still raise some good arguments, no? A common comment I gave to maybe more than half of this class, no? There were parts of your speech that actually became informative in nature. Yeah, instead of just persuasive. So when in your speeches, when you started talking about how to do things, yeah, that's informative. No? Your speech, your speech as a whole The tone should be why. Why do you need to do this? Why don't you do this? Why have others not been doing this when this is important? Excuse me. Sorry. Something got caught in my throat. I have a frog in my throat. Sorry. Okay. So, those are the common things, no? But good things across everyone's speeches, no? Citing statistics, that's always being looked for, no? When it comes to persuasive speeches, or citing statistics or name dropping, no? Talking about higher authority or people who have the authority to say something about your topic, or citing actual events. So your own experience or actual events that's happening in the world or in your country or in your area. So I saw those elements, no? So again, good job because that's necessary for you to persuade people, right? For what you are saying to be believable. Yeah. And then another common good job, your speeches targeted the heart and the mind. Remember, if it's propaganda, then you're only targeting the heart, and that's wrong. That's the wrong way to persuade people. But if you want to persuade people the right way, then you need to target both the heart and the mind. If it's just the mind, the logic, you may not be able to stir people's interest enough to persuade them. That's why you also need to add the heart, no? That's why you also need to include in your arguments things that will really touch the hearts of people. So I've seen that the combination of the heart and the mind across your speeches. Okay, so the schedule for next week is the same, right? It's not like for the finals, you only have 3 days to take your final exams for all your subjects. But for midterms, it's you take the exam during your class day. So, since we have 2 students who cannot attend on Fridays, we will just have your midterm exam on Tuesday. Okay? So that everybody can be available during the class time on Tuesday. Okay? So exam on Tuesday next week, and then we will not meet on Friday. That's kind of like your break. And then we start meeting again for part 2 after the midterms week. So what day will that be? October 6th? Yeah. So we meet next week, September 29th, for your midterm exam. And then we don't meet on Friday, but we will meet again, Lord willing, if we're still here, on October 6th for the second part of our speech. the funner part. Of course, that's not a correct word, no, funner. The more fun bit for me. No. Okay, so we will, like we said, no, we will lose Michelle. Not Michelle, Faith, because she's already taken that part of the speech. But we will gain 3 more, I think. Three more classmates. Coverage of your exam. Everything in your syllabus. Except for the verses. I'm not gonna ask you to cite verses. If you look at your syllabus, there is maybe like a page and a half of verses to talk about the importance of proper speaking. Yeah. So I hope you take them to heart, no? But I will don't memorize all of them. I will not be asking you to cite verses. Have you had your verse quiz na for the first part? I think you have, no? Verse quiz. Yeah. So your second verse quiz will be sometime after the midterms. So pay attention to the guidelines for each type of speech. Don't memorize, oh, this type of speech, how many minutes? I'm not gonna ask that, no? But pointers for how you prepare for a particular part of speech. What is the purpose of that part of speech? You need to have our slogan memorized. If you don't remember that, it's the one talking about desired response. Yeah. So you need to have that memorized. The effective speaker, how does it go? The effective speaker realizes that the goal of speaking is to communicate thoughts, feelings, ideas. I'm mixing them up, no? In order to get a desired response. What else do I want to remind you about? So your exam will be a combination of identification, true or false, multiple choice, matching, and then maybe some short answers, essay type short answers. Okay, questions so far? Questions? Any realizations that you've had for this first part of our speech class? Any new learnings? Things that you want to share with the class? We're wrapping up this part of speech now. This first part of our speech class. What are the things that you will take away or that you have taken away from this? Do you think if you are asked in your ministries, in your fellowships, in your churches, to be a speaker about a particular topic, you will confidently say, yes, I'll do it. Or be the regular announcer, not announcer, but the person who will always say the announcements during your services. I don't think females are going to be allowed to do that, no? Maybe once in a while for a specific event, maybe. Ladies related type of events. What else? If there are services or fellowships specifically geared towards honoring people, do you think you will be confident enough to volunteer if the person that you are honoring, your church is honoring, is someone close to you? Because those are the things that you've gone through, right? During this first part. So those are very real instances in your churches that you may be able to practice this skill more, hopefully. No? Okay, for your, what else did I want to say? Well, that's it really. Let me just take a look at our schedule. Is it going to be the same? All right. Let me share this with you, just so we know what is in store for us. So this is our planned schedule for the second part. No? After, so October, during week of October 6 to 9, you will have your verse quiz that Friday, so October 9. Okay, the second verse quiz for this class. You don't start your storytelling until maybe third week of October. And all your stories, all your storytelling activities will be on Tuesdays. Okay, so almost the same thing. That's the time when we have more time. But before that, we will be doing exercises, storytelling exercises. Right? Questions? Concerns? Okay then, I will see you next Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, for your midterm exam. And have a nice weekend. Bye-bye.
Thank you po, ma'am.
You are welcome.
Ano siya?